Well, it is a cold and windy morning, but not a better day to talk about heated socks than today. It's the Weston store's upgraded 2.0 heated socks. Now, about a year ago, I tested their original heated socks, and you can find that video right here. But today, it's the upgraded version. I'm going to tell you what the difference is between the upgraded socks and the original socks. I've had nearly 20 wears on this upgraded socks now. I'm going to share my pros and cons as I see it after actually using these socks. I also put them through a little bit of a test, so I'll show that to you. Stick around for my review of the Weston store's upgraded 2.0 heated socks. So the upgraded heated socks come in a box just like this, and although my box got a little mangled in shipping, the socks inside were just fine. You also get a battery for each sock inside and a wall charger, and that wall charger can charge both batteries at the same time. Now, of course, these heated socks are great for any outdoor activity while it's cold, like skiing and fishing, camping, outdoor sporting events. I personally used it both on the farm and while I was hunting. The socks are also machine washable, but of course you want to remove the battery before washing them, and they do recommend hang drying them versus using a dryer to dry the socks. Each sock has a compartment on the side of it to install the battery. You can turn the battery on it, and it has 3 different heat settings. Now, the battery compartment is located near the top of the sock, which makes it great for most boots. This leaves the battery exposed or on the top of the boot for easy adjustment. Most of my boots are 9, 10, maybe 11 inches tall, and I've found that the battery will be above the boot on almost all of those sizes. If you do have a taller, maybe 15-inch boot, obviously the battery is going to be down inside the boot, and you're going to have to reach down to adjust the settings. Now, the battery does have 3 different heat settings, low, medium, and high. When you first turn the battery on, you simply click the power button one time and you are automatically on the highest setting. Each click after that lowers the heat setting by 1 level to medium and then finally to low. Now, I operated the socks on all 3 heat levels just to test them out, but I personally found the lowest heat setting to work best for me. Obviously, the lowest heat setting has the longest run time, and I found it gives just enough heat to take off the edge and to be comfortable all day long, even in frigid cold temperatures. Now, many times when I'm wearing the socks, I'm in a tree stand up in the air, maybe 20 feet high, standing on a metal platform, and these socks were perfect for that type of situation. And again, I found I was able to run them on low heat setting and be comfortable. Now, I did operate the socks on the highest heat level while in the tree stand, but I found it was almost too much heat or an unnecessary amount of heat, and found it was, again, just right when I had them on the lowest heat level. Now, I did want to do a little bit of a test on the highest heat setting, so I set up a time lapse and put an indoor-outdoor thermometer probe inside the sock. This will not only test how long the battery will last on the highest heat level, but it will also give you a sense of what type of temperature you can expect. Now, keep in mind this probe was simply stuck inside the sock, so your results may vary, but here's my time-lapse test of the highest heat setting with these heated socks. So next I wanted to discuss what are the differences between the original Weston store's heated socks and these new upgraded versions just available this year. One of the first differences you'll notice is these upgraded heated socks have heating elements both below your toes and above. The original socks that I have and still use only have heating elements below your toes, nothing up top. So these upgraded versions will give you an extra heat zone on the top of your toes. If you look closely on the top of the socks, you may be able to see the zigzag or the X pattern on the top of your feet along with the bottom heat zone on the bottom of your foot. The only other difference that I noticed was with the lithium rechargeable battery that's included with the sock. Although I believe it's the same capacity, you will see a difference on how you charge the battery and with the indicator and power button on the top of the battery. Those were the only two differences that I noticed from using the original Weston Stores heated socks to this upgraded 2.0 version. Well, it is time for my final thoughts. As I already mentioned, I wore these socks over 20 different times, and you have seen the test that I put the batteries through. Now, I did not machine wash these socks after every single use, but they have been washed and dried during my testing. I thought these socks did great. I love that additional heat zone on the top of the toes. I also like the upgraded lithium rechargeable batteries. I like the fact that you can charge both batteries simultaneously with the wall charger that's included with the batteries. Another positive is how well these socks have held up. Again, after 20 plus uses, there's a little bit of balling on the material, but absolutely no rips or tears, and all the stitching all seems perfectly fine. Another positive is just how much heat these socks can give off. In my testing on the highest heat setting, over 110 degrees. Can you imagine how great it is being in the cold, windy weather outdoors and having toasty, warm feet? Now, are there any negatives or cons or things that I would change if I could? Well, those socks worked exactly as they were advertised. I have zero complaints with that. The only thing that stuck out in my mind is not really a con or a fault on their part, but the battery compartment is rather tight. Now, this obviously is made that way so that as you're hiking around or outdoor walking or running, you don't want the battery falling out. But that tight battery compartment, when you stick the charge cord on the side of the battery and then try and stick it down into that compartment, oftentimes either the wire would try and stick out or hang up or catch. It's just the nature of the beast. I know there's really nothing they can do to change it because obviously they want it as tight as can be, but that's the only complaint I had with these socks. Otherwise, they work perfectly. I had zero issues with them, and I still have the original pair from last year that still work and operate just fine, so they have stood the test of time. So I'm going to be placing a link down in the description to these upgraded 2.0 heated socks from Weston Store. I'll also leave a link to the heated gloves, which I already did a review on. So all that information down in the description. If you want more information, or maybe you'd like to purchase one for yourself, there will be links. Just click the More button down to see the full description. Now, that is an affiliate link. I get a small commission if you do decide to purchase the socks or the heated gloves. I want to thank you in advance. It helps me to continue to bring reviews just like this. I also want to thank you for watching. Stay warm, and we'll see you on the next video.